coming at you guys on a happy Homebrew Wednesday. And I am happy. It's a beautiful day. I think it's like 90 today here in Oregon, and you can see the hops behind us.
So maybe I'm hoppy.
I'm hoppy. And that's a great song, because I'm hoppy.
Vines are growing great.
Oh yeah. So, and we're gonna get more hoppy because we have a homebrew. We're gonna enjoy the fruits of S.J. Pour's labor. Show them what we got.
Look what we got today. Oh yes, it is the Braggot Revolution. Let's just read about this a little bit. A braggot aged in oak whiskey barrels, a mixture of a 10-month aged mead and a revolutionary whiskey barrel double IPA. The mead was 12%, and the double IPA was 127 IBUs and 10%.
Woohoo! We're gonna get this sucker opened up. Take a look here. Here's our Brew Tubers opener. While we open this up and get this poured, check out the hops. Because I'm hoppy, doot 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 doot. No, I'm not a good singer. But look at the hops, man. I mean, look how many vines are coming up over here. I had a little problem. I had pull a couple lines up and they snapped and broke while I tried to wind them. Well, then it just turns into Hopzilla and it starts shooting shoots all over the place and they're all going up. I mean, it's just gone crazy. So. And by the way, you can't really see down below, but if Christian wants some more hops, he's got them, because this thing has runners going all over. I could be giving everyone hop vines to start their own plants. I also want to mention that I did some reading on the grapevines and how to do the grapevines correct. I need to read the next stage, because this is the most grapes I have ever seen on my vines, and it's early. This is gonna be a bumper crop year. Oh yeah.
'Cause I'm happy.
Woo! Oh my God, look at that. That's luxurious.
Yeah, it looks good.
Christian got to pour off the top, so it's a slightly more clear. Mine's got a slightly more haze.
It's a very tight fit foam.
Nice.
Really nice looking.
Just off
Look
white.
at this golden haze. Yeah, you get that IPA look. It looks dense.
Yeah, nice kind of a honey color too, which is appropriate.
Yeah.
Let's go for the nose.
Wow. Wow. I definitely get the oak barrel with the vanilla. You get that whiskey smell.
Yeah, but I got a little bit of a viniousness. You definitely get the honey on there, but I got a little bit of a viniousness, like a white grape on it.
Yeah. When I stir it or shake it, twirl it, whatever it is, you get the IPA coming through, the hops in there.
Okay, I want to know what kind of hops. I got a little bit of a hit of what made me think of a Nelson Sauvin hop, which typically is kind of, it's got its own pungentness and a little bit of lemon on there. Oh, that's so nice though.
Yeah.
Oh my,
yeah,
it's just a luxurious smell. Like if I went to a high-end restaurant and they were serving a beer, this is what I would be looking for.
Yeah, like this definitely would be like a bottle like that.
Bottle like
$20,
that.
$25, $30 here in Oregon. Just from the smell. We haven't even tasted it
and
yet.
And the bubbles that came up from it, it was just beautiful on the pour.
Just gorgeous.
Let's do this. Cheers to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
I've never even heard of something like this before. I mean, a double IPA braggot. I've never heard of it.
You definitely get the hops in there now. It's got that good IPA flavor.
Oh, man.
But then you get the hint of mead in there with the whiskey barrel and the vanilla and the oak.
Yeah, there's a nice balance of the oak. It is there. It's not overwhelming everything, but it is absolutely present. Oh my gosh, that's So unique.
And it's
so
effervescent in the
unique.
mouth.
It is.
It's got good carbonation. Perfect.
It's actually a great beer for a beautiful day like this, actually.
Sipping 11% beer on the patio like this could get you in trouble.
Yeah, I need to slow down with this one. Because I'm just like, wow. Wow. Some of these flavors are hard to describe for me because it's so unique. It's so different. But if you can imagine a mead with a hoppy IPA and oak, I mean, this just nailed it. So good. Oh man. SJ, this is one hell of a beer. Christian's gone. He works night shifts now on his new job. The rest is all mine. This is a hell of a beer. This is a world-class beer right now. Now that it's warmed up, even more so. This is commercial level, world-class. This is a 96 right here. Easily. I could go higher. Easily 96. That's Steven on the phone right now. This is a world-class beer. I'm just telling you, the oak has come out as it warms. I mean, you get so much damn oak, but you still get some of the IPA, the braggots there. The balance on this is just off the charts. This beer reminds me of Michael from Hair of the Dog, and not many people have ever had Michael. Michael is a Flemish red ale, but heavily oaked. This isn't as heavily oaked. It's damn close though. The oak is so present, but not as overpowering as Michael. I'm speechless. Thank you. Cheers. All right.
So I'm going to apologize now, SJ, because people might be pestering you for this beer.
Wow. So honored. Such a privilege. We need to do some shout outs to other people.
Well, how about Mr. Grant Baker?
I think so. Mr. Baker just this last week celebrated his 1-year anniversary.
That's awesome.
Mr. Grant Baker, you are an amazing guy because not only do you have informative videos, share what's going on in your life, share your wife, I think I almost said that. Your daughter's been on in pajamas, which is hilarious. And you entertain us with humor with that, chipmunk fast speed stuff. I love your videos.
It is enjoyable, I must say.
But I also want to say, of all the guys out there, you are probably one of the most prolific viewers, consistently making comments throughout all the continents of people putting Homebrew Wednesdays up. And your support in this community is fantastic. I really appreciate you. I really do.
You must work from home like this guy.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. So he's a hard-working guy. But anyway, I appreciate it. Congratulations on your 1-year anniversary.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We also have a shout-out to a brand new Homebrew Wednesday guy. I just wrote him the other day, last night, I think, and saw a video up. He'd written me. And I said, well, hey, you need to be part of the Homebrew Wednesday community. So he promptly changed his title and put Homebrew Wednesday on it. So we'll probably be the first to point him out, but check him out. Do you catch the name of this guy, Christian?
Yeah, it's Biggest Dickus?
That's right. Biggest Dickus. So, I don't know how to, I'm not going to elaborate on that at all. But
I mean, it's not compensation for your channel, is it?
This isn't a competition. So anyway,
well.
I mean, anyone that's going to come out and make the claim, okay, so that he makes big beers. So anyway, so check out his channel. That's pretty cool.
It's 9 inches strong, my friends.
Christian's going to be bottling here soon, right, on his beer.
Yeah?
So
That should be pretty exciting.
he'll do that while I'm gone, and we've got his beer in the fermentation cabinet chamber, so to speak, in the garage.
I left it with Dad, hoping that he wouldn't mess with it.
It's fermented out basically, but the temperatures have risen. My room is really, when it's cool, perfect temp.
Yeah.
But I put it out there where temp controlled from the heat, and he'll be in good shape. We also got an interesting question we were asked to answer on video. It comes from Matt, our good buddy Matt. Matt, formerly known as Prince, as the Mad Bomber Brewing, and now known as
Oh, St. Clair Shores Brewing. Oh, my
St.
bad.
Clair Shores Brewing. And I tell you what, Matt, I always get so confused when I see the St. Clair Shores Brewing pop up. Like, what is that? Anyway, I get emails when you put up videos, so I'm sure to always see your videos. Sometimes late, but I always see them. Matt asks, how do you like to brew? Meaning, do you like to brew by yourself? Do you like to brew with friends? Or do you like to brew in large groups, like when they just did the big brew-off?
I think that's a pretty cool question, and I think everyone should comment about this on their Homebrew Wednesday because, obviously everyone has a preference. When Dad and I were brewing our competition beers, no drinking. This was strictly business because we wanted to win. Now, regular brewing days, bring over a couple guys, Dad and I will drink ourselves silly, or we'll have friends bring over beers and we'll drink silly. So it's a preference, but I enjoy having people around watching sports.
It depends on whether the beer's important.
See, exactly. It depends if the beer's important.
And for me, it was not so much because I wanted to win. It's because I didn't want to completely screw the whole thing up. I tend to get carried away with talking and drinking when friends are over. Go figure. So for me, I enjoy brewing with Christian, actually. I really love brewing with Christian. One of us will keep the other on track, and sometimes it takes our two brains to make a beer. But
It's true.
it is true. But I love brewing with friends. I don't know. I haven't done the big brew. I've been out when they've been doing it, but I haven't actually brewed in the big group. I'd love to try that sometime, but I think I would have to not be drinking. Otherwise, I would ruin
It'd
the
be
beer.
game over.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when I did my first trial beer, Jesse came over from Agent Hubcap, and he brought over some beers, and we got distracted. But you know what? That's one of the best beers we've had so far. So,
That's true. That beer turned out good.
I miss the heat. So like when we first did the mash, I didn't hit the heat numbers, so we had to do a decoction mash. And so I'm like, well, we'll see how that turns out. We missed some of the hops at some of the times, and then we missed some other stuff, but it turned out to be a great beer.
It really turned out to be. Now we have to remember that decoction mash for that in the future. Now,
Yeah.
Now we just have to do a decoction mash.
And the thing is like, beers like that, obviously you're not going to be able to replicate it because you were having fun, but like, I want to try that beer with American ale and other kinds of yeasts because it was fun to do. And you know what? If I screw it up, it still turns out to be a good beer, apparently.
Hey, I got a question on decoction mash while we're at it. I believe, but I don't think I've heard it really perfectly clear. I believe on a decoction mash, you're taking out both water and grain and bringing it up to a boil separately and then putting it back in. I believe that's the correct way. What we have done, might be giving away a secret, what we have done is we just drain off some of the liquid, bring that up to just the beginning of a boil, and then add it back in. We don't bring any of the grains off. We leave them there. So the grains don't get cooked per se, just the runnings, if you will. So interesting. I don't know if anyone's ever done it that way. I've done that a couple times, and actually I have I've loved the results. Each
Yeah.
time I've done it, actually.
So
It's
there's
been
another
fantastic.
question you guys can answer on your next Homebrew Wednesday is how you perform a decoction mash, or if you're like, what are they talking about? I've never heard of this. There you go. There's
All right,
something new.
Yeah, try it. And you know, decoction mashes are awesome. One of the beers that I want to do this summer, I had a review you might check out, and of a Pilsner. And I don't do many Pilsners. And this one was a Texas brew, and they actually do a decoction mash. So it caramelizes some of that sugar, gives a little sweeter taste, and I think they gave it just a little extra hops from a normal Pilsner. I freaking loved that. That was like the best Pilsner. I'm just telling you, that was so good. And I'm planning on doing that because I hope to get on tap soon. Since we're mentioning that, let me just show you a quick vid on working on the Kegerator. Okay, so we're working on the Danby DAR 125 SLDD little mini fridge here. And the first step is to start working on the door and making sure that the molding, the seal for sealing the door is going to work for us. We want to be able to keep this and reuse it. You'll notice that there's been a change in how this model's been designed. In previous models, they had a screw system where it's screwed in. Now they simply have a fitted molding. The molding just slides and snaps right into place. We want to be able to reuse this, so we're going to have to be creative in how we go about modifying the door. So I'll show you how we go about doing that. This is cutting wheel, normally used with Dremels, and it's like a diamond bit one. I've used this for cutting rocks and things when I did my tiling. So this has worked fantastic on a lot of projects. Well, as you can see, I was able to, using my wheel blade, cut out the frame of the door piece. I did use it to cut a few other strategic positions because the foam insulation is molded in to the pieces. So simply cutting underneath them, I was able to tear them away pretty easily. Well, a little effort went into it. And then just kind of smooth it down, and you can see that the door, I was able to just snap this all back in place for the seal on the outside for the door. So I'll just find something nice to go inside, maybe a dry erase board. I have a friend that said he could probably get me a nice piece of sheet metal to go in there. So we'll see which way we go. So as you can see, all I've done is hollowed out the door area because I am waiting for the new and improved, off the top of my head, is the Perlick 630 SS taps, but with all metal on the inside, no plastic, and I've said that before. I'm waiting for that to happen, but I really want to have all stainless steel. So I'm going to hold off until that happens, and I'll check when I get back from the UK. But I'm on my way. We're well on our way. Once I get that kit, I'm going to be diving into working on that. But I want to make that Pilsner as, instead of making our Kolsch this year, I want to make that as a summer brew. But the next one I'm going to be making, most likely, will be the coconut IPA. You can count on that. I'm excited to be making that one.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
All right.
We got a couple more shout outs though, and these are important as any, and I want you to send some emails of thank yous out. Very important for everyone in the US and abroad. I've sent letters, by the way, to some of the sponsors in other countries thanking them for their support of the SJPOR Challenge. We need to send out a huge thank you first to Kevin, the owner of Main Brew in Hillsboro, Oregon. He's one of our local brew shops. They're a fantastic place, and Kevin has hops. I mean, he's got a huge hop case area, and already some other Homebrew Wednesday people have bought from them online. So both Nate Peacock, P-E-K-O-C, has purchased hops from them that he couldn't find elsewhere.
Yeah.
And he mentioned on video, and Under the Table Brewing. But then Nathan Oulet, Hopback Nate, turned right around and bought more stuff from them. So they are a sponsor, a silver sponsor, $100 sponsor of the SJ Pour Challenge. If you're in the U.S. and you're looking for some of the hard-to-find hops, like the stuff that you find in the Coconut IPA, give Maine Brew a shot as a sponsor. They really do a good job of getting the hops in. I would totally check them out.
Yeah, and guys, by the way, if you ever come out and visit us, that's one of the places we're going to take you to get a beer, because they got 34 beers on tap.
34 taps.
34 taps of only good beer.
Yeah,
None of that crap.
They'll have one mead, 2 ciders, and then 31 beers, and the food is superb because Kevin, the owner, is a foodie, a man after my own heart. We've talked about this, and he hired chef consultants in to make their menu, and it's not over expensive, but the food is good. Boy, that elk burger, damn, I love that one.
And the great thing is they got 10 or 14 doors of cooled beer that you can buy there too, that you can't get on tap also.
Yeah, some hard to find stuff at times.
Hard to find stuff.
Really good selection.
Like they're the ones that we got the Bourbon County Stout from locally. When we were looking for it locally.
Yeah.
So they get some stuff that you can't get
They
sometimes.
do. They've got some good stuff. They also carry, by the way, from Barrel House, the Cascade Barrel House, they have some of their sours in too. So great place to go. And if Maine Brew Guy makes it out to Oregon, like we expect in June or July, we will stop off over there. Fantastic place. And by the way, if you want while you're here, you can. I know you're going to go visit hockey, but if you need a room, we've got a spare room, Gary. We do. We'd be happy to have you. I watched your video with SJ, and it's like, yeah, we got a spare room. We could put you up. But we've got one more big thank you to do. I know this is running long. We need to thank Yakima Valley Hops, and I know you've heard them. They've done sponsors of several people over time, like Big CQ and Paul Wicksteed and a few others. But they are a sponsor this time, putting out the cash, and I'm hoping, Christian doesn't know this, I've been talking to both Jeff and John at Yakima Valley Hops about trying to time a trip to go up on a weekend or maybe a week and go up to the Yakima Valley in Washington and take some video of the hop harvest and then interview the guys.
That sounds like a great trip.
I'm just thinking that sounds like an awesome weekend.
Surprise! You gotta go look at hops all day.
All right. I think we'll just leave you with that great tease. We're going to have video of the UK and maybe some hop videos coming up in the late summer, early fall. From Clement's Homebrew, I'm Kevin.
I'm Christian.
And we're drinking a fantabulous double IPA Braggot
from Little Face Brewing. Thank you, SJ.
SJ Pour the man. Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everyone.
We're happy.
Cheers.